you need to create nice lines for the branches.
Yeah.
You have a very close branch, very straight, and go up the branches, broken your eyes and elegant movement. And we need to connect the trunk with the nice branch. Is my impression. And the small ones need to, I explained it yesterday, I need to create bifurcations, but in this point it's not the most important. The most important is keep more foliage as possible, but if we can select the better ones. Yeah. I work different types of trees. I love pines because you can do a lot of styles and a lot of shapes. Also junipers, my favorites, and olea from Mallorca. I don't know if you know the species. It's Olea sylvestris. Have very small leaves, dead wood, and a lot of movement because growing in the mountain and have different wind and different bad situations and create very, very nice trees. Yeah. And looks very old. And also have a lot of different styles. When the people thinking about olea, thinking about fruit tree, but it's very, very sylvestris. It's a wild tree. Yeah. It's different. Also, I like jingo biloba. But jingo is simple. It's not too a lot of styles. Don't have a lot of styles. But in my place I have a lot of different species. Maples, oaks, everything. Different.
What is the most difficult part with this tree?
With this tree?
Yeah.
The most difficult part is have a lot of branches in the same point and need to create a nice line. Yeah. When I see raw material, sometimes it's very easy to get a very nice tree and compact, and sometimes it's far away and you must make a plan for the future. And maybe only the first work is very simple, and this is the bad point. You need to do now the proper better tree for now or for the future. Always is you must select for the future. Yeah? But this is very nice. Have very nice bark, more in this part, and in the future have more in the base, of course.
How long future do you talk about? Is it 5 years or 10 years?
Here maybe more. Yeah, because I see the trees very early in the exhibition. But if you want to get the final tree, in the proper place is 10 years. But here, if you have a short season, is maybe more. From the mountain, from the exhibition. Yeah. for create a deadwood, you have different options. I like, I don't see the tool, is we have a split tool for the deadwood. It's like it's flat and make this work, and it's nice because broken, and you can make nice lines from the same deadwood for the tree. I don't like usually work the deadwood with machines because it's more difficult to get a natural deadwood. But for remove the bark, we can use something like this for helping. And also you can use the cut branches unbroken. You see, you can broken the yeah, similar, yeah.
It's a root cutter,
Yeah, but it's similar. It's more flat, but it's okay. It's good. Yeah.
and if you want a fiber stripper.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Om ni går in på Bonsai-sällskapets Facebook-sida kan ni följa det som jag streamar här live.
Need to make sure that it- It's too big. I don't like in the jeans make a point. I prefer broken, natural broken. Feels better, I think.
I'm splitting them all.
Yeah, split, separate, and keep some dead bark. Yeah, so. So this part. Maybe we can make shorter this one and create this this movement. Yeah. Sorry?
Is it easier to saw the branches off instead of breaking them?
For the dead branch, it's better broken, and all the saw cuts is better removed and broken and create more natural.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
How long can a bonsai actually live in a pot?
Change the pot.
How long can it live in a pot?
In the this type of pot,
Yeah.
or the other one.
Just in general. Like
In
how
general, is the depends of the species. If normally the pine needs more time, the deciduous trees you must repot before. Case by case. The most important is when the root is full inside the pot and the water don't get oxygen inside. You need to change.
That's about the reporting procedure. But if your question was generally how long can ever a pot? Well, we have seen both Rafael and I junipers in Japan that are over 1,000 years old in pot. So there's no limit basically, as long as you take care of it. But then there are different species. Junipers can survive so much longer than many others.
Can they survive in a household condition for that long as well, or is it just like in that nature? I mean, because
In nature, they certainly can live then.
but because most of the night trees I know you have to have this special surrounding them, maybe like with have them outside the lawn.
Yeah.
Or is it
But
necessarily
in
have
bonsai, you have to compensate for the loss of the nature. So you have to take care of it and give it.
So if you have it at home, for example,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not to take care of it.
Well, you can't have this in the apartment. It has to be outside.
It has to be outside.
Yeah, at least pines and things like that. Tropical trees you can have indoor.
Oh.
if I want to make a lot of details, we don't have time, but I started with every work, and now you can see better this part, and you see the gene here. Normally create the dead wood and make a contrast with the dark bark and create something more dramatic, the tree. Okay, we'll start to clean the foliage a little bit. Need a little bit of time.
Hallå, alla hörs. Jag bryter in här lite bara. Jag heter Charlotte och jobbar här på museet med programverksamheten. Och det jag ville säga var att vi har en ny restriktion i det här rummet som har med corona att göra då förstås, att vi inte får vara för många här inne. Det betyder att 30 personer kan vara här inne samtidigt. Och nu så tror jag att vi är lite drygt 40. Men den här demonstrationen kommer ju att pågå fram till klockan 5, eller hur? Ja. Så det som jag föreslår är att ni som kanske har suttit lite längre kan cirkulera lite i museet, kanske återkomma. Så ger vi plats också till andra som är på väg in, men även till er som inte har kanske varit med från början här idag. Så det är en vädjan helt enkelt, bara att vi försöker att vara ungefär runt 30 och så ger vi plats till varandra under eftermiddagen. Tack.
Yeah, okay. No worry, it's normal, of course. I'm going to start with wiring and see what's happened with the different levels. Normally in pines use copper because you can keep more time on the tree. And aluminium normally used with deciduous trees and some evergreen, but in conifer normally use copper. The copper on this trunk looks less wire on the trunk and looks more clean, and is the difference between, I think all the people know, I don't know, but the most important things is when you move the copper, the copper stay in the position and is hardest than the aluminum. If it's hardest, you can use for move this branch less number. If you put less number, you see less in the tree. Understand that? And you feel the tree have less wire than aluminum. Okay? But if you put copper in the deciduous tree and after 2 months you need remove, 1 month, depends, you spend a lot of money with the copper and it's not necessary. Yeah? Normally use copper also in the more end tree, but also if it's beautiful if you use in any way with this type of tree. Today I try to do with these numbers. Maybe you don't have all the numbers necessary, but I think it's enough. Want to make some photo for this? Yeah.
Rafael,
Yeah.
you have so nice back.
Sorry.
You have so nice back.
I'm sorry. It's difficult.
Yeah, I know.
But I can move. Thank you. This is the boringest part because I need to wire. But please, if you need have more questions about not only for this tree, if you want to ask about anything, only ask.
If you're a beginner and
Yeah.
want to get into bonsais and so forth, what would be like your easiest tricks to get going?
Yeah, this is trick is if you have a proper maybe association, a school, I think is easy because I think in internet you can find a lot of information, but if you are a beginner, you don't know what is good or not. But if you have other guys and close to you and have a club, a school, and can help you, what is good or not, maybe it's the good way. Also, when you know what is good, you can find a lot of information now in online course and in YouTube also. But you need to work in the trees, not only online.
Do you usually bleach your jeans or
Bleach?
bleach like
Light sulfur. Depends on the species, but maybe the first time always put for protection is bactericide, fungicide, insecticide, and after that depends on the trunk. I use more white, more gray, dark. Depends on the tree. For example, in this type of tree, I like more gray than white. You can use ink, black ink, together with the lime sulfur, for example. Or you can put more water.
Följdkommentar om det. Så lime sulfur, det är ju en svavelblandning som vi använder som man använder mot svampsjukdomar och liknande, men den bleker också då de här partierna så att de ser ut som gamla på några minuter istället för år. Men den har också en protektiv effekt.
Also, in Japan, use it lime sulfur for spray the insects, fungicides in winter season, before winter season and before start again grow up. Not only for the deadwood.
Rafael. Can you say something about your wiring technique? Like when
Yeah.
you start, do you have any like plan on
Normally,
two branches?
yeah, of course. Normally, usually I have a plan when I wire. One thing is always start in the first branch and up, because if you wire the first branch first and have other branch the second part, you see better if you move, if you need or not need. Because if you only wire all the three, and maybe you spend a lot of time wiring and you don't need this part. Understand?
Yeah.
This is one. The other one is always the branch. For example, this is the trunk here from outside, not here from inside, because you can do cleaner and with a good plan, you know. Normally first, before wiring, I select the ramification, and you can use one technique because you have always two, and split the branch, and you can use it, and you can put less wire with this technique. I can explain the technique, but I need a lot of time. Maybe if you have a time. And other mistake I see is the people put the wire very close. I think it's more 50 grays than 40. Yes, it's better.
Okay.
Depends of the species, of course, or the movement, but normally you need to put more distance and the same distance because it's cleaner.
Yeah.
And when you put two wires together, looks clean.
And how firm do you normally, like how tight to the branch?
Depends how grow the tree, but not too much, because if it's grow fast, you need to remove fast. You know, it's better put soft in the top, and when you move, you make a pressure. You know,
Right.
and when you move the wire, it's important. If you have the wire, you put the wire here and you move, and you have support for the wire, because sometimes move in the wrong part. Yeah? And if the wire is bigger than the branch, maybe you can move easily. Yeah? But sometimes you must think about what movement I want to do, because you know you can put clockwise and anti-clock. If I want to move for this direction, the branch, it's better anti-clock.
Okay.
When you see the wire in the back, this is the direction. And you know, it's boom, boom. Because if you do the other direction and make this movement, you open the wire. Understand that? Yeah? When you have for example, is if I put it like this, you see, it's because I want to move in this direction.
Right.
The principal's movement. Yeah? Because I do the opposite, I open the wire and it doesn't work. Yeah?
Okay. Good. Thanks.
We lost the wire. Other good advice is you need to have all the numbers of the wire, because if you don't have all the numbers, you can not select the proper number for the branch. You know, this is sometimes the hobbyists only have 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, and it's difficult to get a nice job. You know,
Do you mean the size?
the size, yeah.
The gauge?
Yeah, the most important I think is 1 until 3.5 maximum is the most important part, but if you have until 5 it's okay. If you have all, it's better. Yeah?
Do you prefer working with copper or aluminium?
I like copper. Yeah. Because afterward it looks cleaner. Yeah, it's the same. Depends on the species, because it's, if the serious tree and you do just before growing again, is fast. Maybe you must check very in the same spring. And if it's a conifer, you can keep more because it's a slow growth. You know.
Can it grow into branches?
it's better not. When you see the wire is inside, it's maybe it's too late. It's better just when you feel it's very close, you know. Mm.
Do you still go out and collect trees?
Yes, normally we have permission in different parts, Mallorca. Also in Spain for Sabinas. You know Sabina rastrera? It's a very nice species. And this year we get a special permission for that.
Okay. When is it spring in Mallorca?
When?
Yeah.
Spring in March.
Okay.
March until May.
Okay.
And here is now? Or
Yeah, it's
from
now.
It's too hot, too warm.
What's the most common type of pine
In
America?
in Mallorca is Alepensis. You know Alepensis? Aleppo?
Yeah.
The problem is create a lot of distance in Yamadori, but when you grow for a lot of years, you can get more compact tree. It's similar than the red Japanese pine.
Okay.
Similar color, similar style. Yeah.
And when planning for a longer period of time, how do you plan with a pine with the budding?
Mm-hmm. Of the year.
Yeah,
The works.
and when to cut the pine.
Mm-hmm.
To
Yeah,
get the most of-
depends if you work with the cut. It's important doesn't slap, doesn't cry a lot the branches. In this moment when it's a little stopped the tree is the best moment. But maybe it's better if you cut just before start.
And
Maybe.
when is this?
In your place or my place?
Well, both. Then.
Both. Because in your place maybe it's just, I don't know, in March, maybe, just before, February, March, or now is not bad moment if it's not very, very big and have healthy part. Depends what type of cutting, you know. If it's only cutting, you can do normally in this moment without any problem. Yeah. If it's a big cutting, you must think it's better if it's just before the tree start to want to close your cut, you know. It's when you just want to start the tree. Yeah. Move the cilia inside the tree.
The sap.
The sap,
goes
yeah.
down, or,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
But if this is with a lot of movement and you cut, maybe lost a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It's better if it's very slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry for my English. I try.
So this tree that you're working on now, you found in nature?
Sorry?
Is this a nature tree? You found it?
Not me, it's the other owner.
Okay.
But I think it's from the forest, yes. I think so.
When you're looking, I'm a beginner, when you're looking for trees out in nature, I know it's in Sweden it's legal issues, and stuff, but if you have the permission, is there some specific place you technically look in, like mountains, or why do they form the way they do?
I don't know here what is the best part for looking for this type of tree, but always you must find the good size, compact size, because normally the trees grow in very big. If you find some compact and you have possibility to make a nice shape bonsai, and other points is half all dead wood, half details, and depends on the species. You must check different things. Yeah. If this is a pine, old bark, dead wood is nice, and also the movement. If you can find some with more movement than the other one, because it's easy to find more large and very straight trees. But if you can find with more movement, it's better. Yeah. We have time. We don't have time, I cut and it's okay. We have time. Yeah? Who is the owner? Is not here? Yeah, we can cut. Safe.
Would you like some coffee or water? Or
maybe coffee, because it's cold.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Short coffee. Yes.
Black coffee?
Black and short if it's possible. A short.
Small one.
Espresso. Yeah.
No voldràs sucre amb el cafè.
Parlo català.
Soc catalana.
Molt bé.
Ho has de demanar perquè ells no tenen sucre.
No m'agrada el sucre en el cafè. Allà hay que xerrar en català també. Dona Maria, no? Tu pots xerrar en català? No?
Todo el tiempo.
Todo el tiempo.
So, ¿tú vas a Canarias?
¿Hablas catalán? Bueno,
Habla español.
español.
Comprendo.
Comprendes.
Pero te llamas
Comprende
Ana
catalán.
María. ¿Te llamas Ana María?
María.
María Dolores.
María Dolores.
Okay.
Tengo familia en Cataluña.
Yo soy de Barcelona.
Sí. También.
¿Vives aquí también?
Sí. Por eso cuando hablas de la primavera es un poco simpático.
Diferente. Every time the weather changes a lot. in Spain, although in Mallorca is hot, more hot every year, and short spring and short winter, cada vez más.
Here is long winter and short everything. And what you were talking about, the summer that is short, it's short but it's lighter. You have more hours of sun, so it's more explosive.
Yeah, it's more.
So it's growing more than in our summer.
How long did you look at the tree to decide your plan?
Sorry?
How long did you look at the tree before you decide your plan?
In this case, 10 minutes.
Okay.
And maybe change. Sometimes I see before I collect. When I collect the tree, sometimes I see the design. And sometimes you need more time. Depends, case by case.
Yeah. Usually, how long time do you let your Yamaduris stay in the box until you start working on it?
It's the same, depends on the species. You can work after 1 year, or depends on the species, you need to wait 2.5 or 3, depends how responds the tree after these stressful changes, big changes.
Okay.
How is your care after work like this?
Well, like the aftercare is better if you don't have stressful from wind, from bad raining, but anything. It's better in one calm part and step by step more sun.
Okay.
And you can put also amino acids, liquids for help for this maybe work, and the tree get up again very fast.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Rafael, I joined a bit late, so maybe you have already mentioned this, but overall your process, so when you see a tree, the first thing I'm also a beginner, so you have to, what's your process kind of like?
Yeah, of course. course, depends of the species. For example, this type of pine, the first goal always root system, get healthy again, and when you focus in the roots, you can put liquid specifically only for the roots, also NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, plus microelements, and you fertilize it a lot. It's not important how big is the needles in this moment, it's important to get bigger because it's healthy. Yeah? And in the same time, you can also maybe don't wire, don't make design, but you can select the bifurcations and maybe cut the long branch and keep the compact foliage. And this is a good plan. Also, when after 2-3 years, if you sell it before the branches, it's easy to wire and more natural work than don't need to make a big binding or something like this. Yeah? Also, case by case, and also depends your vision about the tree.
Also, you need to have the roots, and you need to have a vision.
Yeah, the vision is important, but the vision gets with work, with see a lot of good artists when have a tree exhibition, or you can see videos. But the bad part is select the good artists.
Yeah, okay.
Because in YouTube, in internet, you can find a lot of information, but you don't know what is better than the other one.
Yeah, exactly. It is hard as a beginner to know when, as you said, there's so much information. Like, how do I start?
Also, maybe when you start, you need maybe it's difficult to get this information in internet because always. You see in internet big chains, big words, but never explain the details about fertilizer, about growing, about ramification, about wiring, about the basic lines, you know, because the basic lines is the most important part, but it's difficult to get it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Will you get the two tops together? So will be 1 and 2
or maybe you don't wear this and only wear this.
Okay,
to have two options.
Okay.
Maybe it's the surprise. Only this would be. Yeah. I talk with the owner when you come and maybe don't work this one. You see from here. And pull down here. No, from here. Can get a nice line, small compact tree. Also from the other side, from here, you see, it's nice as well.
Will you repot?
Yeah?
Will you repot?
No. It's better when you make a big transition. Wait 1 year more, for example. Because sometimes you work too tight, but you need to know after work what's happened, because I don't know the owner what he wants to do. Because if he put in the wind or something, maybe it's very dangerous. It's not necessary. It's faster step by step, always. What design do you prefer? Yeah? Yeah, now I put the guy wire. It's better plan.
What kind of pots would you like to see it in?
This, Maybe oval, a little taller, but not, or maybe square but very soft. And also other option is again round. Yeah?
Do you think it's okay to use the glazed pot to pine?
It's not brilliant.
No.
You know, it's confusing because it's you see more the pot than the tree. You know, but if it is old glassed with patina, with a dark sensation, maybe it's possible. But if it looks new and very brilliant, I don't like it in a pine. On a pine. For the
yeah, if you cut it.
Yeah, I see in the middle. Thank you. It's perfect.
Såna här runda genomgångar tror de kallas. Med litet skåra i. Facebook Captions och Captions ingenting. Och de är perfekta om man ska skydda stammen när man då drar en tråd.
¿Qué frente te gusta más? ¿Qué frente te gusta más?
Es una pena sacar cuando ya está.
Sí.
Bien, tener dos opciones.
Sí, sí, sí. No es necesario cortarlo. No, step by step, yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Are you adding guide wire now?
Yeah, yeah, because the guide wire is make close easily without. You put a big piece of wire, destroy the bark, and it's easy. You put. If you have a nice bar, you can put a guide wire. Includes sometimes the people want to do today and put a lot of raffia, and I think it's stupid. Because it's better if every month, boom, 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 after 1 year you have when you want, where you want, because the pine is very flexible. But if you want to do today, maybe broken the fibers inside and destroy the nice bark.
Yeah, but also when you have a guide wire, it's a whole branch basically, usually that you move. If you want
to create movement. But you can use different wires, not guide wires. Yes. You can use one here, put a bar and create movement. It's the same. Yeah. But of course, a lot of time need to put protection with raffia. Is the only way. But if this is a soft movement and soft, but it's possible here from here, but it's soft. You don't need to make very round. You can do with guide wire. It's very good technique.
Raffia, det är bast. De som inte vet.
No Rafa.
We call it.
No Rafa. No Rafa. Mauro say me raffia. Fuck Mauro. It's internet. Fuck Mauro.
It's live. I heard you.
Say raffia. No raffia.
He's Norwegian, right?
Yeah.
He's Norwegian.
Norwegian?
Yeah. You know Maurits In Norway? You mean him?
No, Mauro Stenberger.
Oh, Stenberger.
Italian guy.
Even worse, he's Italian.
Okay, Torsten, you can pull the video.
Yeah.
No, here, I move. Only turn. It's only a little bit, but it's easy for me. Yeah. You can? No worry.
How do you stop your wire at the end? Is it just flat under?
I prefer flat because it's more control and you can have free the foliage. You put around, you make a pressure in the foliage and maybe create more stressful. Depends on the foliage, but I prefer in this part and I can put up. And looks clean. No?
I used to make the other one.
Yeah, maybe now cut here, yeah. Or for the end part.
When do you think it's a good time to remove the needles when you're cleaning?
Depends of the state of the tree. If it's normally in my place, I do more in fall season, but in the center and north of Spain, usually do in summer because the sun go inside and you create oxygen inside and get more light for the next season, have more buds inside. But in my place the problem is for this type of tree is too hot in summer and create a lot of new buds, too much.
Okay.
And it's more problem than a good thing, you know.
Okay.
I prefer in my place wait after hot season. Yeah.
So you don't get extra.
In Sweden, you can do in summer. I think you can clean and go inside light for the next season maybe, and you can get more new buds. Yeah?
Yeah.
When do you do usually in here?
We don't have the problem of getting too many buds.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, but you need to clean.
Yes.
And get a nice and equilibrate foliage. Yeah. If you clean, you can select the foliage again and split the energy in the same for around the tree. You know, because if you have more energy from here than here, but you don't touch, always have more energy. But if you remove a little bit more here from the weak part, you can equilibrate with this work, for example. Understand?
Yeah.
It's not only for one thing.
So what you're thinking now?
Okay. My thinking is today work with all the tree, but I think it's for the future. I want 100% the best option, in my opinion, is only the work with this part. It's more compact and it's more proportional distance between branches, no? Because if you keep this and create something like this big, finally the trunk is not doesn't make sense for me. Yeah, I think it's easy to improve all this short part and make more compact this tree here. Okay, I want to ask if the owner, but I don't know where is it, but you can find it, and also if it's because it's his tree and it is a two option, but it's only my sense. If he prefers this, I remove a little bit more from here and connect with more distance. Keep some for healthy, but maybe cut more branches. Yeah. Only waiting for the owner because I don't want to cut more.
maybe you can. You said something about the Jinko.
Yeah, Jingo. What do you want?
Yeah. You said that it's not so flexible with the design.
Yeah, no. It's not. Don't have too many shapes to do. Don't have, for example, a Zali Moyogi shape, or don't have a wind, or don't have.
You will just go up like this.
Yeah, normally it's like you can do. For example, I think all the people have in his mind the Jingo is like a flame.
Yeah.
Because in the bonsai usually work this shape, but the last year I talked with Naoki and said, in my mind is the Jingo is more than the tree. It's more open and it's more open and up because he see from when he's a kid and have other image about this. But usually in bonsai is the 90% of Jingos is the same. Is like this, like a flame, fire. But I like both options. Yeah. I want to find my collection Jingo, but didn't find for now. But I want one.
You don't have any?
I have, but it's not for me.
Okay.
I have a lot of, but I need to find one for my. It's my logo, but I don't have. I need one.
I have one.
You want the perfect one?
Perfect one, yeah. Or my love one, I don't know. It's perfect or not. Where is the owner? He's not here?
Yeah, you have free hands, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut.
You can all say it was an excellent.
Okay, I want to show you because we have time and we can talk about. It's not because I'm lazy, I'm a workman, but not necessary. Only keep it for healthy. After the decision, I set up exactly the branch for this. Now it's only wide and a little bit open, okay? We can change a little bit. We can tell because also again, this tree have two possible fronts. The same small tree here. Upside. See. You have? Yeah. Thank you.
Why you work with the tree in an angle?
Depends of the style. If it's bungee, more large, less, more compact, depends. Every style is, you must focus in different things.
Okay.
Every species is the same. It's difficult,
Yeah.
but you can learn step by step, see a lot of photos. One thing is, depends what you want to express. You can do more inclinate, less inclinate. If you're thinking about a large bungee or more wind bungee or more wind tree, compact tree, depends case by case always. Yeah. Okay, now from this front you cannot see it too very well, but if I turn the tree, I don't make the data now. Okay, only the principal lines. We can talk a little bit. You see from here, if you see the line from here, you can focus in the same. You can focus in this part also. You can see this part is nice, and this here have a nice reduction. We can work in maybe a little bit more in this part because we can create a little more shari here. Shari is the wood inside the trunk, okay, and make nice jeans here, and also have a very nice reduction and movement. Okay, now I put more clothes from here, and you can see all the movement. And have other option is the other front is close to be exactly than this one, but the curve is different. It's more open, yeah. But I like this movement. Only need to be more close, and when repot, change a little bit the position. Yeah? This is one option. And of course I need to move, maybe cut this and create something from here. Also, this one I want to keep it for now for healthy. It's step by step. I don't want to cut everything, but in the future we can do something different and more close, and maybe some specific nice here. Okay. The other front, I don't know if you can see. The other front is from here. What do you prefer, guys? You see something?
Without this branch?
Yeah, without this branch. Yeah.
Then this.
Do you prefer this?
Yeah.
You? How many people prefer this? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yes, without the branch, this is nice.
Yes, yes, ahora me voy.
Ah, encantado. Nos vemos. Igualmente. Chao.
Could you like tilt it like power?
You see?
Towards you.
No, others.
Hacia ti.
Hacia mí.
It's like this. No.
¿Ya? ¿No? ¿Y este frente cuánta gente prefiere? La otra.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, ¿hay más? Uy, la mitad, ¿eh? It's the mix. Half. Okay, I decide for you. Here the bad point is nicer movement, maybe it's more natural for the front, but lose the nice nebari, and this is a very important point. Yeah, and
strong base.
But
yes,
maybe nebari under.
it's like nebari is like it's too much. If I to select one thing, it's better if you have a stable nebari because keep the tree in the soil, in the ground. You know, this looks more powerful. Yeah? More, I think will be better this one. Huh? But now I set the branches. Okay.
This straight branch will go anywhere.
This one.
No, the lower one.
This one?
Yeah.
No, don't need it.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
No, because it's too
finally
straight.
don't need it. It's very straight, and it's the same size than the principal trunk. You understand? It's only a small part and the same size. This part than this, and this have movement and character, and this one don't have nothing. It's only straight. Yeah. Now it's only for the guide wire.
Yes.
But will you remove the branch that goes down also?
Yeah, don't need it. Also, it's open if in the future when the owner removes this, maybe not exactly this front, maybe from here, but now it's not necessary select today. Yeah, you can change in the future. Only I help a little bit the light go in this tree and remove some of this green part. Okay. You see better now? The drum? It's a little bit only. It's like a sacrifice part.
I felt it in my leg.
I will set up the tree.
If this was your tree.
If it's my tree?
If it was your tree.
Yeah.
When would you remove
this part?
Yeah. Tomorrow?
No, it's better keep it, yeah, because help it. When you feel the foliage growing well, you can normally cut, yeah. But I don't know nothing about this tree. It's only 10 minutes before. Yes, it's better if after only 2 years we cut some branches as a big percentage maybe. We can change the energy for this part, less green here now, but keep it, and when have more power here we can cut without problem. Yeah? It's safety. Where's the copper?
Yeah, what you need?
That's okay. Thank you.
One more?
Yeah, we can change. Now we have in the current proper position, and maybe we can put here from here and remove this.
Okay, so you make it smaller.
Yeah. too long. Sorry?
Do you save back buddings on sacrifice branches?
Yeah, sacrifice this part, these branches.
And if you get back buddings on them next year, will you save them? Or?
No, when we have more power here and you feel growing well, you can cut more from here.
Okay.
You know, it's because it's the same line and you want to change the energy from here. Split
if
the energy.
you don't get power in these parts, and you get back budding on the sacrifice branches, will you keep the back budding, or will you?
No, you can get free.
Okay.
You can grow in well. It's big, no problem.
Just
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You must work only with this part.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. He take me one before coffee. Yeah. Finally, we select this for the future. Yeah, but the owner have two options. It's good because when don't have this part, see better what we can do. But for now, I keep it this because this part is nicer. Yes, now we can do something. Yeah. For today, is this front.
Do you have Silvestris in Mallorca also?
Bonsai or in the forest?
Forest,
No,
bonsai.
only bonsai.
Yeah.
Mm. It's normally this type of tree growing 1,200 meters tall. Mm. It's for that need good winter because take a rest.
Yeah.
And it's difficult in Mallorca, but we can do it.
Mm.
We have more fungus problems. But
Okay.
Mm.
But do you spray them before winter?
Yeah.
The foliage?
Yeah.
Mm.
Spray before winter, in the middle, and a lot of times. Systemic copper is a good helper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, liquid copper.
Yeah, it's very nice because it's not only contact, it's systemic,
Mm-hmm.
and go inside the trunk and clean very well.
But is it good for the fungus?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
Okay. Because copper kills.
Yeah.
Copper kills fungus and bacteria.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Yeah, kills fungus, bacteria, and no insects. Sulfur kill insects as well, and we have systemic liquids. That's very nice. It's better than the chemical products. Yeah.
What type of tree do you sell the most?
You, sir?
What type of tree do you sell the most?
Sell most? Olea. Olea.
Okay.
Silvestris. Yeah. Because in Mallorca is very famous. In Spain, in Europe in general, Olea from Mallorca is very popular because have a small leaves, very nice leaf wood, different shapes. Yeah.
It's an olive.
Olive, but Silvestris, but don't have the olive. Yeah.
Wild olive.
It's white
It's
olive.
wild olive.
It's white olive. It's growing very well in the mountain and it's very great different styles. You can find bunji, you can find very fat and very compact tree, semi-cascade, cascade, moyogi, than you want. And the people love it.
But does it behave like a regular olive?
It's not the same. Regular olive, I don't like it for bonsai.
Why?
Because it's weak and it's normally used for only 1-2 shapes, no more styles. Sorry. And wild olive, you can do more compact, more interesting tree. Mm. And the foliage in Olea, normal Olea is bigger, of course, and more flat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same. finally cut a lot of branches. No? Nice enough.
Can we turn it so the audience see the front, so they understand?
Surprise.
Okay.
I don't want to see. No, I show you now. I want.
Okay.
No, brother.
Understand your strategy.
Always work here, and when change it, oh, it's nice. You know?
Yeah, the wow effect.
But you destroy my surprise. Oh. No, it's because if I work from here, only see me for the back, and now I can talk with him.
Of course.
Yeah, was it only 1 minute?
Sorry.
No, but yes. Where is the owner? Drink beers for the surprise?
He's preparing.
Preparing.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
So nervous.
When you collect Yamadoris, do you clean the roots on a pine?
On a pine, no.
Or do you leave?
No. But in the north of Spain, not usually, because have more rain, more water, better temperature, they clean it.
All?
Yeah.
Okay, so for us, you recommend?
Maybe no. After 2 years is better, maybe. After 2 or 3, when you feel it's healthy, very healthy, you can change. Yeah. It's more safety. That is because are professional and control a lot, you know, humidity, everything. but for the hobbyist, maybe.
Is it good to bring some soil with you from where it was in the forest?
Yeah, some it's better. Yeah. You can keep it for the first stressful part, you know. No problem, no problem. It's okay. Yeah, perfect. Better. Yeah, better.
Jag ska bara nämna för de som är från Bonsai-sällskapet här och är aktiva i utställningen så att när utställningen och eventet slutar klockan 5 då stänger det för allmänheten och vi andra som ska driva har en timme på oss att göra det.
When your favorite season to watch your trees?
Just before spring. Because in summer we watering a lot always, and it's maintenance, but very important works. Clean inside and get tired again. Clean the soil, the bad part of the soil, because need to create oxygen inside again and more oxygen. But in February you can work with a lot of species. You can work with bendings, with nice designs, and you can remove a lot of foliage for a lot of trees, and design and wiring is not a problem. I like it. Very much.
February is the coldest month here.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's not the same.
No.
It's close to finishing. Okay, I changed the front, and I think it's. Do you have something for put here? Maybe.
Kan man ta tavlan?
Annars är det ju vitt papper där borta.
Okay, this is the final product. Okay, you see the difference? A little bit. Maybe check the photo. But I think now I keep this branch because maybe this part we can do something different. Now I keep it more open, the foliage, but when we get in the future more short and more foliage, we can do something more nice and different levels. Now it's very big, but in the future we can get smaller and we can do something different, because I think here you can see a lot of trees only with this part of Bunjin, and we can thinking about always to do something different, not always the same tree, you know. And I think have a very nice movement now until here from the top. Need of course more and more and more foliage, a lot of ramification, but have now the first lines and now have a good future for the next years. And I start to open a little bit here because we can create a nice, shiny, more interesting part here. And of course we can work more in all this part and connect maybe the wood here with this and create something in this area. Yeah. Also here I put, because I want to show you, this is a bad one. That's okay. Also, the other nice point is different is this part, because I like this movement with the connection Nevari with this gene in the base, and I think it's a very nice point in the future. And if you put a proper pot, you can elevate this point, and it's a good point for this tree, I think. Yeah? And of course we can and need more foliage everywhere. I hope you like it, and if you want to ask me anything, please, and not only for this tree, if you need for any question, you can ask. I hope you like it, and thank you very much. Yeah.
I think maybe you have commented already. I haven't been here all the time.
Yeah.
But the question is always how to reduce the needle length.
Yeah.
Of course, it's by being careful with watering and nutrients in the spring.
Yeah.
But that's also danger, of course.
Yeah, it's always the people say reducing the fertilizer and the water. But if you reduce the water, maybe it's dangerous. And it's not only one thing. For reduce, you need to remove needles and reduce the distance. And I talked about this point before. Maybe you are outside. Yeah. But if you get more ramification, every time reduce the size. More ramification, reduce. If you have only 3 branches, you have needles like this. You know that? If you create more and more and more and more new buds, you reduce automatically, natural. You know? After this is when you remove and get the new buds, you must to know when you stop at the fertilizer and when you put more nitrogen or less nitrogen. If you reduce the nitrogen in the good moment, you can have a basic nutrients, something with macro and micro elements, but not high, less than 5, maybe 3.5. I have one is Bonsai Master, you know. It's a 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and you have some fertilizer with organic material. Organic is good for the tree, get healthy the tree, but don't have apical energy. If you don't have apical energy, you can get new buds and more equilibration on the tree, and you can get less size in the needles. Other good job and necessary is if you have more power here, this is weak, this is power, reduce the foliage in the power part and keep more in the less energy. And you equilibrate. When you have more ramification, more equilibrate, and good balance between fertilizer, you get other size.
Did you during the day talk about bud reduction.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do that?
Yeah, we talked about this one. This is in between in that. You need to get more and more and more foliage, but I don't know if it's usual. The work in I don't know who asked me when it's good to remove the needles. You here is different than in Spain. Includes in the north of the Spain, do it in summer because the light go inside. But in my place, I do it normally do in November, December because if I do in summer, I create a lot of new buds in the same point, and I want to have nice and clean, not a lot of in the same points, you know.
And I was thinking about the candles.
Yeah.
I know Björn has a very nice YouTube film about
for the second
which, where how much you should reduce them and where. So
always depends of the size of the tree. If you have a shocking size, you need smaller. But if you have bigger tree, you can have bigger size. It's not only for a species; it's a species and size and your design.
Because I remember in his film, I mean, some general recommendation is to reduce a lot in the top and not so much in the middle.
Yeah, because.
But he has the method of where he says, look for the smallest one, and that's the size everyone should be. That means in the top you will reduce a lot, and in the middle not so much, and so on.
It's because normally the trees have more energy in the top because have more light normally. But also is your job when you design put the branches in the correct position, because if you have a big part of green here and doesn't arrive the light here, is your fault, you know. And you need to equilibrate with the design, and you need to equilibrate with remove needles, a lot of things. Includes if you have, depends on the moment. In my place, in summer I have the sun here, and after maybe another moment in spring I have the sun here. If I have sun here, always have light inside. But I have here, and you have a big part, don't have light, never. You know, you must thinking about all these things. It's difficult, but it's important to have light everywhere. Yeah?
Sometimes it's, as you say, it's difficult to get it under or inside. I know some people here have made experiments in having a white board under it, so it reflects under it.
It's one possibility. Also, sometimes you see in Japan, sometimes have the block here and have the tree like this. It's not for design, it's for the sun. Because if you put the tree here, have sun inside. You can use different things, and it's correct. It's only help the development on the tree. Yeah. But also it's necessary every year you check and equilibrate the weak with the medium and the powerful needles in this case. And if you equilibrate every year, you get the same size everywhere, and you have more and more and more. Of course, you have weak, don't touch, medium maybe, and remove more than from the powerfuls. Yeah? But this is not only one thing, it's a lot of things, and depends on the size, the species exactly, because Sylvestris is one flush, and for example, Tumbergi is different. The works is totally different. It's double flush. It's like a red pine, Alepensis, other type of trees. It's not the same works, you know. This is only one flush. Yeah. So you get new buds from the removed needles and cut back, yeah. And create a conical substitution. Yeah.
How do you get hold of this liquid copper?
Systematic.
Is it available for hobbyists, or is
the hobbyist? It's ecologic. I get from a Spain brand. If you want, I send the brand. I have in my shop. If you want, it's not. But it's very good because I prefer put previously have a problem because this copper go inside and clean and make a good system for the stop the bacteria, fungus, other problems. And I put maybe one for month for healthy every tree and reduce a lot the fungus and other problems.
This will help for the one that I have.
Sorry? Yeah. I say you the same. Is it? But in your case, but here you have a good thing. In winter you have a lot of snow, and snow repair everything. No.
No good with the snow. We protect from.
But it's not enough. But it's free. How compared with me, it's too much.
The snow you get, I protect my trees from the snow because they get too heavy and it starts to break the branches.
Yeah, but if you have very cold and take a rest and maybe 1-2 days is enough for kill the fungus. Don't need to put 1 week outside. But if you have snow, you kill a lot of problems and clean a lot. I want snow, but don't have. But not for 1 month or 2 months. Only 1 week is okay.
The problem here is like if it snows and then it thaws, gets wet, and then it snows and it thaws, it gets wet.
Yes, there's a problem because change a lot. Also, now in the north of Europe, I listen more fungus problems. I never have fungus problems.
Yeah.
And one prevention is mix 1 month copper systemic and the next month sulfur systemic. The sulfur is also a acaricide and insecticide.
But sulfur is illegal in Sweden.
Why? Yeah, liquid systemic. I don't know.
Can you use
but
cumulus? That's powder.
It's for agriculture. It's ecologic.
Yeah, but
maybe
still,
not.
It's still illegal.
You can't buy it.
I don't know. Maybe you can use other ones.
You can import.
We can import. Shh, don't say.
You said Aleppo pine had tooth flush?
Tooth flush, yeah.
For during one season, would it be the same if up here in Sweden we have a shorter season, or would it adapt?
You must maybe adapt because it's not his natural weather. Maybe it depends how long is the light of the growing season. Maybe you reduce one work, and maybe you need to do the same work than this one. I don't know. I don't know if the people have Thunbergis here. Either red pine, black pine, and Alepensis is the double flush normally. It's a very hard tree, but need sun. Need sun. It don't like the snow. Maybe you need to protect a little bit. Also, any question? More? No, it's okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.
Jag var inte den enda.